welcome back to the channel. As you have noticed, lately I have been mostly MIA in answering comments, and that is because eventually life has caught up with me. Meaning, in more civilized way, that all the wonderful shipwrecks, all the wonderful field work that I have done is begging to be published finally. And I had brilliant plans how everything will work out eventually, but the publisher managed to nail my feet to the floor. And when, in a momentary lapse of sanity and misjudgment of time, I agreed to submit the manuscript, my understanding was that when I am done with all the wrecks, eventually they'll be happy to publish them. The way the publisher understood our agreement was that, Kroum, dear boy, you have this much time to get the book out. And so we had to find a compromise. And the compromise is something that pretty much any married man would understand. You do what you're told to do. So I have a deadline for my manuscript, March. And by March I have to submit a pretty substantial and serious work this time. This is going to be an overview of the Ottoman wrecks that I have worked on over the, oh good Lord, good 20 years of my career. The last 20 years of my career. Actually more than this, coming to think about it. But it is going to be, the initial version is going to include the major discoveries of Ottoman wrecks from the Black Sea. Although other people have done some Ottoman wrecks here, there and everywhere, some quite well preserved, some well done, some with less information extracted because of the nature of the respective projects. The largest body and the best studied one is actually in the Black Sea off the coast of Bulgaria. And at the moment, we are looking at something in the vicinity of 10-ish wrecks. There are many more, but the majority of these wrecks are poorly visible. They're buried. I will be looking at the ones that are truly well preserved, well visible, or at least somewhat well visible. This, of course, requires me to go back to my original kitten shipwreck excavation, to remodel it, and reanalyze some of the material, add based on what we have seen on other wrecks. There will be some mentioning of the wreck that my good friend and brilliant colleague, Dr. Batchvarov, and I are excavating at the moment. Initially, this was supposed to contain also some open boats that we discovered in the Black Sea, but they are under study by another of my excellent colleagues, Dr. Kubalia. So they would be interesting for modelers one beautiful day. Returning to my book, until March I will continue to be mostly missing in action. Please do shoot the questions, leave them down. The producer of these videos, the person who really is behind them and flogging me with the cat o' nine tails to keep doing them, will collect all these questions. We will produce more videos in reply to these questions. And the moment I am done with the manuscript and can raise my head for at least a few minutes, I will be delighted to answer in more detail. The plan for the book is that actually it will contain quite a lot of information that may be of interest of scratch builders, ship modelers. And subsequently, because part of the book will involve also a model built by you-know-who. And once you-know-who produces the model and the photography, We have been under discussion to produce a book that is targeted specifically at the ship modelers, with a detailed analysis and reconstruction of the vessel and with her step-by-step modeling. It's not a very complicated vessel. It is a shape that has existed since probably the ancient world. Certainly a very close-looking parallel to this late 18th century Ottoman wreck is actually the 7th century AD Byzantine wreck from Yasada. There is very little difference. Great longevity of this particular hull shape. So this may be a very interesting, fairly simple first model for a scratch building, since we will produce drawings of every single frame. And for more advanced ship modelers, the details of the construction are quite curious, so they might be of interest also. We'll keep you posted on how this next book, the specifically ship modelers book, progresses, and of course, I'm sure that I will update you on the big research overview. That is the problem with all archaeologists. We excavate, we like to learn, but for every month of field work, of actual excavation, it takes about 2 years of research in the library before you can produce a real product at the end, before the final publication. And with this, I would like to end this video. I want to wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and especially big thank you to the sponsors of this channel. I really appreciate it, and it is this trust that you're putting in me that makes me continue to make these videos. So thank you ever so much. It is deeply appreciated. With this, I wish you most happy holidays. Thank you so much. And by all means, like, comment, ask questions. I will do my best when at first opportunity to answer them. See you soon.